And in Maryland, voters have decided that they want Romney to take on President Obama in November as well. He has a strong lead over Santorum, Gingrich, and Paul. Phil Witt joins us now on the set with our political analysts for their take on today's primaries and Romney's political plans. Phil?
Susan, thanks a lot. Jason Grill and Annie Presley, Democrat and Republican respectively, have joined us again, as they have all through the primary season, to give us their take on what's happened tonight. One political analyst said that victory tonight would contribute to Romney's growing perception of inevitability, that he is on his way to the nomination. Did it end tonight, and why or why not, in your opinion?
Well, that's well put. He ran the table tonight, which is actually very, very good for him, and I think his growing inevitability is very well put. He will be the eventual nominee. I do believe it will take till June, and it's going to be a great season for everyone to participate in the democratic process.
Jason?
Yeah, I agree with Annie. I think it's going to come down to June, probably to California, if he gets to 1144, which he needs to clinch the nomination. If he doesn't get there, then we go to the convention. That's why Santorum, Gingrich, and Paul are all staying in the race. It's just to see if Mitt Romney can get to that level. And Santorum, he has Pennsylvania coming up on April 24th, which is his home state, which is a must-win for him to really kind of say, I have a shot at this.
Which he lost in a big way for re-election.
Right,
so
right.
It's not a slam dunk for him by any means there. How much damage does Rick Santorum do by remaining in the race? Damage to Mitt Romney, as he wants to now launch his campaign actually against President Obama and not have to worry about a challenge anymore?
Well, I think it's doing some damage already. We saw in a USA Today Gallup poll today, or recently, that Obama is now up 51 to 42 in the battleground states. They polled 12 states, and with women under the age of 50, President Obama is beating Romney 60 to 30. So I think Santorum is having an impact with women voters because of what he's been campaigning on. That's actually hurting Romney in the general election. But as we've seen before, this can all change, and it will. So
Romney desperately wants to get the focus back on the economy and away from social issues, doesn't he?
You're absolutely right, and I do believe when Santorum gets out, what is going to happen is Romney can get back to the middle, his more moderate stance, which is his comfort level, and he'll be able to talk about those issues. The women will fall back toward Romney at that time, and his fundraising will kick in at a very high grade, and he's going to have to do a lot of work in that regard to get in touch with his folks and get back in the game where Obama is way ahead.
Well, very quickly now, Jason, you mentioned the gender gap here that's growing. Is it significant enough that Romney really, how much work will he have to do to, bridge that gap?
It's very significant. I think he probably should think about potentially having a woman vice presidential candidate as his nominee. I think it will get closer as we get closer to the election, but I think that's a possibility. And if that happens, then who knows with President Obama? He might reach out to Hillary Clinton via phone and say, hey, I need you right now. But we'll see.
Santorum is the gender gap. He's causing it. He is focused almost entirely on that issue, and he's actually caused it. I think once he takes his shrill single message out, Romney will be able to focus on the economy, on jobs, and this fuel price is going to be an issue as well. So I think we'll get back to the main issues of what most people want to hear about.
And then health care is going to be huge with in the summer as well, with the Supreme Court and with Romney's bill in Massachusetts and now Obama's bill.
Yeah, decision expected that in June, I guess, right? Yeah. Annie Presley, Jason Grill, thanks again for your incisive comments. Appreciate it very much. We'll see you later in the